Introducing the Bluerock Total Income Plus Real Estate Fund, providing access to institutional real estate for individuals seeking income and enhanced portfolio diversification. The Bluerock Total Income Plus Real Estate Fund is managed by Bluerock Real Estate, a leading institutional alternative asset management firm with nearly $8 billion in assets under management and with more than 60,000 active investors. Real estate could be an important element to a diversified investment portfolio. Historically speaking, did you know that adding real estate to your portfolio had the potential to increase your return while reducing volatility? There are many forms of real estate. The Bluerock Total Income Plus Real Estate Fund pursues its investment objectives by primarily investing in a strategic combination of best-in-class institutional private equity real estate and public real estate investment securities, which invest in institutional-grade properties encompassing all sectors in primary markets that include high occupancy rates with low mortgage balances. The Institutional Real Estate Index has a 42-year track record going back to 1978, generating attractive total returns and with only 4 down years during this period. Potential risks associated with this type of real estate includes general economic declines, tenant risk, interest rate risk, and general and local real estate market risks. Let's take a look at some common investments, with returns illustrated on the vertical axis and risk on the horizontal axis. Over the past 3, 5, 10, and 20 years, institutional private equity real estate, when compared with other traditional asset classes like stocks, bonds, and public real estate, has provided higher risk-adjusted returns with lower volatility, making it a strategic addition to a well-balanced investment portfolio. Now that you know more about the potential benefits of adding real estate to your investment portfolio, TI Plus Fund, introduced in 2012, seeks to provide investors with 5.25% annual distribution rate paid quarterly, lower correlation and volatility to the broader markets, capital appreciation, access to best-in-class managers, daily pricing and fee transparency. TI Plus Fund provides access to a select diversified group of real estate managers, which includes Prudential, a financial and insurance conglomerate, Blackstone, the largest alternative investment manager in the world, Invesco, a global independent diversified investment management firm, and many others. This access creates a diversified all-in-one multi-manager, multi-strategy, and multi-sector real estate fund. Previously, these managers restricted access only to the nation's largest public pension funds, endowments, foundations, and other institutions, which required a large minimum investment of typically $5 million. But through the TI Plus Fund, investors can now invest in the same underlying portfolios with these institutional investors, including names like California State Teachers Retirement System, General Electric Pension Trust, Ohio Police and Fire Pension Fund, Teacher Retirement System of Texas, and others. TI Plus Fund's underlying investment holdings include gross assets of more than $200 billion, consisting of nearly 4,000 high-quality properties across all real estate sectors, with high occupancy rates and lower leverage. This includes some of the nation's most prestigious properties, such as these shown here. TI Plus Fund makes its investments in conjunction with 2 of the world's leading investment sub-advisors, Mercer Investment Management and DWS. Mercer has an exclusive agreement to serve as a sub-advisor for the fund's underlying private institutional real estate funds. Mercer is the single largest asset advisor on the globe, with more than $15 trillion in assets under advisement. DWS serves as a sub-advisor to the fund's public real estate securities and has more than $800 billion in assets under management. Combined with Bluerock Oversight, have assembled a strategic composition of private equity real estate debt, and public real estate securities to provide shareholders with one of the largest, well-diversified portfolios in a single core real estate investment holding. Shown here is the fund's most recent performance returns. The total annual fund operating expense ratio and fee waiver for each share class is provided within the applicable prospectus, and the performance data quoted here represents past performance. Additionally, we are proud to announce that over the last 4 consecutive years, TI Plus Fund has generated the highest risk-adjusted return among all real estate sector funds as reported by Morningstar. Investors should carefully consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Bluerock Total Income Plus Real Estate Fund. This and other important information about the fund is contained in the prospectus, which can be obtained by calling 844-819-8287. The prospectus should be read carefully before investing. Please listen further to review the following summary of the fund's disclosures and risk factors. Investing in the fund's shares involves risks, including the risks set forth in the risk factors section of this prospectus, which include but are not limited to the following: convertible securities, which are subject to risks associated with both debt securities and equity securities, correlation risk, credit risk related to the securities held by the fund, interest rate risk, including a rise in interest rates which could negatively impact the value, non-diversification risk, lack of control over institutional private investment funds and other portfolio investments, use of leverage, and management risk. The fund will concentrate its investments in real estate, and its portfolio will be significantly impacted by the performance of the real estate market, the debt market, and/or the equity securities market. The value of the fund's investments will increase or decrease based on changes in the prices of investments it holds. Limited liquidity is provided to shareholders only through the fund's quarterly repurchase offers for no less than 5% of the fund's shares outstanding at net asset value. The level of quarterly distributions is subject to change, and shareholders should not assume that the source of a distribution is net profit. For the most up-to-date materials, please visit the fund's website at bluerockfunds.com.